Are we working? Okay, I think we're working. Okay. Oh my gosh, that was insane. All right, this is the 8th time that I've done this. I've tried. Okay, good. Okay, so you can hear me and you can see me. I've tried this on my laptop. It crashed. I tried this on my other computer. It crashed. I tried it on my iPhone. That crashed. And now I'm on my iPad. So with each step, the video quality and the production has gone down and down, along with my patience. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay, so let me try to get situated now. Okay, so iPad's working. Okay, now what I wanted to do was do this from my laptop so that I could share. Hello, Martin. I wanted to do this from my laptop so I could share my film script, and then we could go over it together and discuss, talk, share ideas, what have you. I'm trying to figure out if I can even do that now. Everything seems, whew, it's not a very flattering angle. Okay. Okay, Alex, how's it going? Okay. Sorry, I'm completely discombobulated now. I really need to sort myself out. Okay. So I want to do... Alright, so we're good. Alright, what I want to do is this. I want to try to put my short film script that I'm just kind of fine-tuning and finishing up right now. I want to put it on the description of this video so that you guys can read it. It's a short film. It's about 5 minutes, in theory. And then give me your feedback. Tell me, you know, what might change, what doesn't make sense, what might I be able to do better to make it flow. Make sense? Okay. First things first, I really need to set this somewhere else. Okay. Now, I'm running out of surfaces. That's really my big problem. Okay. Problem solving. All right. So, who's all here? It's telling me there's 10 people watching. Who's all here? I see Alex, I see Martin, I see Rec Productions. And having not done this, particularly on the iPad before, I'm not exactly sure how the feedback comes through as far as the delay. Okay. So I am currently trying to I'm going to try to put the first few pages of the script in the description of the video without shutting this down. So here we go. Taking, let's see, let's do first 2 pages here. Okay. I know there's a limit. There is a limit to how much text YouTube will allow you to put on a video description, so I'm guessing we're going to hit that limit right now. Hey, Solo Gamer, yeah, 8th time's the charm. Okay, description, let's see if it'll let me, okay, so this is the first 3 pages, let's see if it'll work. Come on now. Okay, so the first 3 pages should be in the description. Hello, Gaston from Argentina. Matt Smith, hello. I've been to Argentina. I loved it. It was awesome. Okay, so now let's go back to thing. Okay, film description. Fingers crossed. Okay, hey! Looks like there's a script on there. Solo Gamer, I am muting the sound. I am finishing up a script for a short film that I'm going to be shooting hopefully in March or April. And I've had a lot of people asking me about filmmaking and just sort of what I do and what I like to do and things that use to get inspired, which sounds really weird and arrogant. But anyway, I just thought I would share this with you guys before this thing is finalized. We're still looking for actors. We're still getting locations and getting our lighting together. But anyway, I want to put the script on here, which I'm told is risky, but it's whatever. And just get feedback from you guys. What are your thoughts, and what you like, don't like, what can we make better? Things like that. Okay. Okay, yeah, Matt, that's a good idea. If you can't see the script in the description, you might have to exit out and come back so that it reloads. I'm not exactly sure. Figuring this out on the fly. Okay. Okay, good. I'm sure it's gonna get out. Okay, yeah. Yep. Okay. So when you, I tried putting all 6 pages in the description, and it said that that was too many characters. So unfortunately, you don't have the entire movie here. So I guess we can, if we want to get all kumbaya, we can definitely start with these first 3 pages and then move on to the ending. All right, I'll give you a rundown of the film. It's I'm calling it, for right now, I'm calling it Family Business. And it starts off with 2 brothers who, one of them has been in the family business for a while, and he's bringing his younger brother into the business. And essentially that family business is, crime, organized crime. So it's the younger brother's first job, and that's where this movie takes place, and things obviously don't go as planned. Anyway, I can't really describe it any better than what's in the script. So if you would like to read it, it's down below, and I'm going to try to add the rest of the script so all of it is in the description at one time. So uno momento. Okay, if I had the ability to sing or, juggle or anything, I'd love to be more entertaining in these nice lull moments, but I'm not. Okay, I'm going to try to add the second part of the script, if it will let me. Okay. Rec Productions, what kind of stuff do you do? Just I'm assuming you do some sort of film stuff just because you have productions in your name. Darn it. Okay, it says it's too long. I don't know. Okay, so let's cancel that. Okay, so if I wonder if there's a limit on comments. So let me zip back over. Yeah, I'm gonna try to post it in chat. I don't think there's a limit on how big the comments can be. So I'm going to try that. Let me see here. It's a good idea. And maybe I can pin that comment to the top. That'll be a heck of a comment. Okay. All right. Let's see here. Ready? comment, comments. Nope, there's 200, oh my goodness. It only has 200 characters for the comment section. So yeah, we're gonna be a little short. Thank gum. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to post it in small parts. I really don't want to do it in, 30, 200 character sections. So let me. All right, it's telling me there's 11 people right now. I'm going to take down the first part, and then I'll post up the second part, and hopefully that'll at least give you an idea. Okay, this is taking an absolute turn. Okay. Drone videos, music videos, and short films. Cool, I'll have to check some of those out. Okay, so first section going down, and then we are uploading second part. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Okay, so we'll go. Okay, this should be good. If this seems a bit disorganized and a little, last second, that's not because it's live. This is all the stuff that I edit out of my other videos. Just flying without a net here. Okay, let's try this. Dang it, too long. Okay. Try again. Still too long. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna have to do this in 3 parts. I am terribly sorry. Okay. Okay, alright. So, okay, the last, there's another middle bit that I just did it. So if you need to refresh the page, then I think that'll give you the next bit of the script. This is absolutely insane. Okay. Okay, yeah, okay, so last little bit's there. Day in the life, Dad. I really want to. I really want like a Nova, like a Chevy Nova. My father-in-law has got a Mustang Fastback that I really like to use. I don't see that happening. But yeah, I like a classic American muscle car. I really there's a really beautiful car. I think the movie was called The Mexican with Brad Pitt, and he had an El Camino. I just thought that was funny. I don't know, but yeah, something definitely classic American muscle car for sure. Matt Smith, what do you mean the paste bin? I'm not exactly sure what that means. Or, there's probably a better way to do this. If I really want to make some work for myself, but make this a little bit easier, I could just start typing in email addresses and sending it to people. How's that sound? Emails? External site where we can paste your script, but might not be the best for those watching the stream on a mobile device. that would require that I know how to use a mobile external site. I wonder where I could do that. Solo Gamer, have we met? I feel like I've read your name in the comments before. Do you live in Texas? Burnouts and Bourbon. I haven't seen your name in the comments before, Burnouts and Bourbon, but I like your name. Oh, South Africa. So we probably haven't run into one another. Boy, it must be late where you are. Bear with me. Okay. You get to see my poor posture a lot clearer now. Oh man. Okay, so my sincerest apologies as not to figure this out. If anyone is interested, I can email it to you if you are interested. I don't know if you want to throw your email in the comments, but yes, I can definitely do that if you want to continue this discussion. Or we can move on to something else just simply because of the fact that I am so ill prepared. Well, thank you, Solo Gamer. This week I'm going to be using my newly restored E30, and I'm going to do some drone testing with my convertible and pushing the speed limit a little bit. Let's see, just paste it there. You can post it. Is Just Paste a website? Yeah, send the script. Burnouts and Bourbon. Okay. Burnouts and Bourbon coming your way. Anyone else want to jump on that train? You can. Let's see. Ooh, 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 ooh. Okay. Okay, good. Yes, it's a website. All right, let me check that out real quick. Just paste. Okay. Ah. Okay. All right. This looks. Okay. So I'll do. Wow. Okay, that didn't. It's. I can put it on Just Paste. It doesn't. It doesn't look like it's holding itself. It kind of rearranged the text a little bit. But I think you can get the idea. So what I'll do is I'll do publish. Excuse me. And page link. And then I will change the description here. Okay. Okay. Cool tip. Okay, so now I think, okay, I just put it on Just Paste. So if you refresh the feed, I think the script should be there. It's a little, it's in order, but it doesn't, it's not exactly script form, but you can still see what's going on, I hope. Burnouts and Bourbon, I'm going to send this to you anyway. Okay, it is there. Okay, yep. Good to go. Ender Fisher, PvP, how you doing? Oh, you do editing? Very cool. I'll probably be editing myself, mainly because the budget for this film is almost $0. But I do want to check out some of your stuff. Okay. So, let's see, we got 10 people watching. So, I know, let's see, where'd it go? I'm losing names. I'm real bad with names. Rec Productions, he does short films. Does anybody else do short films? Drone or otherwise? And I'd put music videos in that category too. LS in Texas, where I live on Central Time, it is 3:18. Where are you from? If I keep looking down, I know that's awkward, but the laptop where I can see what you guys are saying is here. So to me, this is looking you in the eyes. That's not very good. From Germany, cool. I have always wanted to go to Germany. What time is it there? Okay. Not too bad, not too bad. Simon Kopf also very cool. I've been to France. I've been to England. Got stuck in Paris when a plane broke going to Togo. That was fun. Well, you should come to the US. Burnouts and Bourbon, where are you? I have an ad agency myself. You're in Lexington. I just drove through Lexington. I was in Cincinnati for Christmas and drove back here to Texas. So yeah, that's I was right along the way. So again, my wife wants me to take her to Africa so bad, South Africa specifically. I'm gonna have to here as soon as she gets out of school. Yeah, man, it was a 14-hour drive by myself. That was fun. Okay, so has anybody had a chance to look at the script that I posted on the link? Okay. So when things get quiet, okay, I just have to hope that you're reading the script and not just leaving. So are there any car guys watching? I mean, obviously, I'm assuming Burnouts and Bourbon, you're a car guy. I'm assuming you're a guy. That could be very sexist of me. Man, I love my Mavic. I'm I think I'm somewhere around 600 flights on this thing. Off topic, what are you shooting on? Will you rent for the occasion? For the short film? Yes. Sorry, there's so much going on. I'm gonna probably be shooting on a Sony A7S Mark II, mainly because I already own one. And like I said, the budget is basically no money, just out of pocket. So it's probably going to just be that. I will try to rent a few lenses. I have. Let me get over here. I have this FE 16-35, which I love, and this is actually what I shoot most of my videos with. Is this lens on this camera, and I have a 50mm prime. And I have a, sorry, rolling over cables. I have a 50mm prime, and I have an adapter for some Sony A-mount lenses that I don't really like. So I'll probably end up renting a few Sigma lenses. I like lensrental.com, and so I'll probably be getting a few extra things from them. Does that make sense, or does that answer your question? Nice. I use the same for my wedding films. Yes, they are. I rented one. I did a instructional video for a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu women's Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu champion a few years ago, and I rented some of their stuff. And it was gorgeous. It's so clear. Even the edges, there was almost no distortion. There was none that I could see anyway. Day in the life, Dad. Were you on? See, and again, names forgetting. Did you do the countdown to Christmas drone tips that Henrik did? Was that you? Also, on a side note, you guys in Germany are y'all having problems getting drone stuff over there? I know y'all's laws are pretty insanely strict, I hear anyway. I apologize if you guys are having a heck of a time trying to read through the script. I mean, when I look at it, it's not exactly script form. Ah, okay. Well, that makes sense. My mom has a YouTube account just to watch my YouTube videos, so I get it. The only problems are my pens, but we can easily buy drones. Does that mean you mean parents? I understand. I mean, not currently, but I can relate. So I've done the lives before, and I know through the DJI Go app, there's no feed on the comment section. So not till after I get off can I see that anybody even saw it or commented or anything. But then within about 10 minutes, all the comments are deleted. So it's been really difficult. I've had people hit me up and say, hey, you didn't respond to my question. And I had no idea anybody was commenting or anything. So this is cool because it's the first time I can actually see what people are saying while they're saying it. On a side note, though, if you have finished the script, let me know and we'll talk about it, or we can move on to something else. Not a big deal. It's a lot of my face. I wish there was something prettier. I could put something a little bit more appealing to the eye. I could put over here. Ooh. There we go. A few little things. There we go. I got this in Africa. I got this in Brazil. He has a name. It's Sharky Coda. Thank my nephew for that one. But this is much more interesting than looking at my face. Okay, good. You liked it. Good. Thank you. Stream is on the car window. That's really funny. Oh, message retracted before I could read it. I'm a slow dyslexic reader. You gotta leave it up there for a good while for me to get through it. Okay. Well, good. All right. So burnouts and bourbon. I'm gonna just call you burnouts because it's a long name. Day in the Life Dead. Yeah, I'll shoot it to you. Not a problem. Not a problem at all. Film by Simon. Not a problem. Okay. Okay, it is on the way here. As soon as I can use my one finger typing to get through the menu. The name of the film right now is Family Business. I'm not really set on that. I think that I could come up with something a little bit catchier. But as of now, I haven't had an epiphany of anything clever or funny or, well, you can see I've got Family Business as the name. Okay, Day in the Life Dead, I just sent you that email. I was thinking she was going to pull a mask off. Walked away. So did it register that the woman at the end was the woman from the store? Did that make sense, or does something need to be added? It did? Okay. Because this is the second revision. Okay, the cane connected. Because I didn't have that in a previous version. And my friend, one of my friends that's actually going to be shooting it with me, he, literally and figuratively, he didn't make that connection because I didn't have that in there, and so I changed it up quite a bit, or not quite a bit, but I added that in there in the description at the beginning to kind of bring it all together. Day in the Life Dad, if you're driving, I really hope you're not trying to read and do all that. Be safe. Okay, what you have caught is a plot problem that I have. So I wanted the shirt change because okay, let me back up. I originally wrote this script as a one take. I was gonna do this as a one take with the Mavic 4 Pro. So I was going to use it as a gimbal. I was going to fly it into the scene, have someone grab it on the ground, and then walk as a one take this entire film with the Phantom 4 Pro. So walking it around, having the drone fly when I could fly it, bring it back down, catch it, and use it as a gimbal. Logistically speaking, the amount of so I love one take films. I think they're really cool, and the amount of ego that goes into doing a one take, thinking that you can pull that off, is it is so difficult. So that particular little bit of dialogue is in there where he changes his shirt just for the simple fact that I needed to take up time, being that it was a one take. I needed him because they're driving down the car park, and I needed him to be talking about something. Just to eat up time so that they can get back to where they started. I don't know if it's necessary in there now. I like it just because it gives them a little bit of back and forth, kind of develops a relationship a little bit, because a big problem that you have with short films is that they tend to, your character development kind of suffers because it's a short film, and you're not really connected to the characters like you are in a feature-length film. So yeah, I don't know. What are your thoughts? Does it need to be removed, or maybe, like you said, something added where she can say something at the end? Maybe, I don't know. It's gonna take me a little while to come up with something witty. Yeah, I really would like to do a one take. I don't know if this is the script for it. One of the big many problems is in my city. There's not a lot of actors, so you run the challenge of finding the talent to pull off a one take like this. So anyway, I would still like to do it that way. I think it would be amazing. Ultimately, though, I don't think that's going to happen. Exactly, yeah, going in and out of car windows. So, I really wanted to get a four-door car that had big rear windows, so I could have a camera operator sitting in the back seat, and then someone could bring the drone in, stick it through the window, and then that person sitting in the vehicle could grab it, bring it in. We could look left and right, and then pass it off to the guy, sitting on the outside again. And then, need be having the drone, having someone, outside sitting on the back of the car, just moving around, just kind of being as organic as possible with the drone. But again, having the actors that can pull that off, plus for me logistically the time to rehearse and practice and bring it all together, I just don't think I've got that right now in this stage of life. What I need to do is like a 60-second one take. You know what I mean? Have it be something kind of cool and funny, and a little bit of action, some parkour or something, and start small. Like starting at like 6 minutes, I feel like is a bit of a reach out of my scope of ability right now. Daily, Day in the Life Dad, did you get that email? Slice, what'd you say? Oh. Slice the section out to the script and do an extended take and see how it goes. It's not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea. I do want to do some long takes. I do like long takes if you have the actors to pull it off. Doing, instead of constantly cutting and changing angles to let it run for a while. So I do want to have the first scene in there where the guys are talking on the street. I want to try to have the opening scene. So the opening scene is going to be the drone up above the city. And so I want that to come down the street level, and then right into the guys talking and having this conversation up until they go into the jewelry store or whatever we end up having them rob. But maybe bringing that drone down the street level, having someone grab it, and then follow them as they have that conversation. For sure, I would like to try to have that scene in one long take. From there, I'm not really sure. I know the elevator scene I would like to do as a one take. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see. For one, it's going to depend on the actors. Cutting away from someone really can help a weak actor look stronger. And I'm not saying that to bash any of the actors if they're watching. Oh yeah, man. Hey, day in the life, Dad. No worries. Please don't crash. You guys can DM me at any time. I keep forgetting to check my DMs on YouTube, but I will try to make a mental note that if anybody is interested, I will check it. Joe Bishop had emailed me. He's been a long-time subscriber, and that email sat in there forever before I saw it. So I'm trying to do better. Trying to do a lot better. Okay. So while others are reading, has everybody done their, those of you with the DJI products, has everybody done their little questionnaire to get into their drone? Has everybody gotten through that? I don't like looking down so much. I wish this was up here. Martin, how'd it go? Did you have issues? I've heard some people have had to do it more than once. Like they logged in, did the test, passed, and then when they came back in again, they had to do the test again, which I thought was weird. Did you get any wrong? Because I don't know if you guys know who Ed Ricker is. If you follow my channel and you don't follow his, that would be shocking. But Ed Ricker and I were talking about this. When I did my test, there was that sounds so official. Before I did the test, there was speculation of what happens if you get one wrong? What happens, do you get locked out of your drone? I actually got one wrong, and it just stayed, it told me it was wrong, and it just stayed red until I clicked the right answer. So it's almost like you're going to pass, you can just trial and error all the way down the list, which I thought was kind of a waste of time. I mean, like, why have the quiz if you can just, if you're not learning anything, I don't know. Oh, you're in Ireland. One day, man. One day I will go to Ireland. Okay, so Chuck, you have experienced what I was saying. Like there's no way to fail. Burnout Suburban, yeah, I have my Part 107. If you get one wrong, you get an extra question, so like they just keep going. I don't like looking down to read. I'm sorry, it bothers me. It feels very weird. Gotcha. Are the are the governing rules in Ireland strict or crushing at all for the drone community? Oh man, that's a beautiful machine. Yeah, Martin, I'm told you can not you can do it you can skip it about 4 times. It's what I'm told. I didn't try skipping it that much. Urban Cycle. Hey, thanks, man. Yeah, I was saying a little bit earlier that this is all of the little dead lull spaces in here. That's all the stuff I usually edit out, and so this you're getting to see the raw, very unprofessional, and unscripted side of me. How hard's the test? If you study, I did the drone pilot ground school as well, and those quizzes are there's this practice tests at the end and the quizzes between each section. It's exactly the wording of the questions on the test. It was awesome. So if you can do that stuff, you can do you'll be able to pass the test, no problem. I did the practice test at the end, and I got all of those correct. So when I went and did my FAA test, I was 100% prepared because they came exact wording, exact phrasing. It was amazing. I want to say there's like a potential of like 200 questions, and they give you 60. It's something like that. But yeah, it was that's a really good program. Most of the answers are common sense. For the DJI test, is that what you're? Okay, not the. Oh yeah, Martin. Yeah, sorry, I was talking about the Part 107. I don't know if you're here in the U.S. The Part 107 is if you want to try to make money with your drone, which apparently I'm told covers if you want to make YouTube videos and monetize them. I don't really feel like that's the same thing, but people are telling me that it is, and I have not been able to find that in any sort of writing by an authority. Has anybody seen that? I'm going to drink on camera, and that's a big no-no. Not alcohol, let me specify. Not a paid sponsorship, by the way. No one answered that, so I'm guessing no one has had or had to. Oh wait, here we go. White monsters are the best. Yes, they are. Had 2 today so far. Oh my gosh. Yeah, they're the one thing my wife and I drink every day. That and coffee. Have I tried Up? No, I haven't tried Up. I don't even know what that is. I mean, obviously it's an energy drink. Okay, so I have just drawn a blank. Well, so as far as the script goes, I do want to work on potentially that scene that we were talking about. Insofar as it concerns, is it necessary? Should we just cut to the next scene? It's going to cut out about 2 minutes of film on a 6-minute film. But is it necessary? I'm not sure. I don't know. Why do kids wear their hats on backwards? Well, Chuck, specifically, this hat, I left my hair gel in Cincinnati, and I haven't had time to go to the store to get any more. And this hat, for some reason, when I put it on this way, for one, it's dirty. 2, it doesn't touch my head for some reason. So, to just cover up this, Also, where does the term kids apply on the age category for you, Chuck? Just curious. Ah, well, 75, man. That's not old. I mean, I'm 35. Um, I don't know. I mean, I started calling college kids, and that feels weird. I had to work on a college campus about a month ago, and I hadn't been back on a college campus since I graduated. And I had it in my head that I could walk on any campus and fit right in, and I just kind of that ego thing going, oh yeah, I'm totally young, I'm one of these. And then I walked on campus, and I was like, oh, I'm old. I'm just creeping up the age ladder. Well, I felt old when I started hearing kids. I'm going to stop saying kids. I felt old when I heard what the biggest concerns of their lives were at the time. There was young women walking around talking about guy problems and girl drama, and guys talking about, hangovers, and I was like, wow, personal growth. Come a long way. Yeah, that did happen actually. So I'm gonna tell you a little bit of backstory, probably more than anybody really cares to know about me. So I've been doing video production since about 2006 for a living, but I took a little hiatus in 2015, and I sold snow cones for a full year with a company called Kona Ice, if anybody's interested. But anyway, yeah, during that time, I got called sir by a lot of kids. And by kids, I mean, like 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, which, to be fair, growing up, I called everyone who had about 10 years on me in age sir, ma'am. It was just how my parents raised us. And so still though, for me, I think somewhere along the generational line, people, it no longer became cool to be old, mature, wise, and experienced. It is now, oh, everybody has to be young. So anyway, I fell prey to it. I definitely, there's a little kick in the teeth, but I'm embracing it now. I mean, we don't have kids yet. I want kids soon, but I don't know. I don't know where that whole little rant came from. Yeah, exactly. Burnout, that's exactly right. I was like, whoa, chief. Let's go with yo, dude. I'm such a 90s person, that's terrible. Anyway, I had a very poignant drone question to throw out to you guys, and it just slipped my mind. Something along the lines of, how many people? We've got 7 people watching right now, but how many of you guys have Mavics? I know, Dad, you've got one. Day in the life, Dad, I'm sorry. Does anybody else have a Mavic? You got one, you do. Okay, so has anybody else had this issue where the drone, you're hovering the drone and your gimbal and camera are drifting? Has anybody had that issue? I've had this issue and it's driving me insane. I've seen it on a couple of different ways. One, the drone will be 100% still, there's no wind, but it's like whenever I move the drone, the gimbal sort of catches up, And then once it settles, it begins to drift, I think, to the right. It's not fast, but it gets more and more off of where I wanted the camera to be facing. And then the other thing that I'm noticing is, so when I am trying to fly in a straight line, the camera is almost pointing in the wrong direction. Wow, my fingernails are dirty. My camera is pointing in the wrong direction. So what it actually looks like is that instead of flying straight, it looks like I'm flying at an angle. Has anybody seen this? Derek, you've seen this? Or are you saying yes to, you have the Mavic? Has anybody else seen this issue, like a gimbal drift? Scott Jones, how's it going? I hope, I know this is probably a bad symbol in some countries, I'm sorry. Yeah, gimbal drift on the Mavic. Have the Mavic, but have not had that issue. Not me. Yeah, Simon, it's very slow, but I mean, if you have to have the drone perfectly still to notice it, but it does have it definitely has a drift off to the side. I don't want to cause people to start looking for problems. I'm just something I've noticed. And if you followed my channel for at least the last 6 months, you've seen what my Mavic has been through, which again could totally be my fault. But I mean, it looks pretty good. Let's see if I can make it do it right now. So the right was just really slow, really subtle ones. What's the next crazy thing you plan to do with the Mavic? Scott, I am doing I am almost done rebuilding my 1992 BMW E30, and I'm doing a drone test with it. Hopefully, well, I wanted to do it tomorrow, but tomorrow's supposed to be like 28 degrees, so I just don't really want to. But anyway, doing a little bit of a crazy test with a convertible and the drone. Hopefully it'll work. Okay, so let's see if we can make this thing drift. Alright, so. I can't tell anything from this. Well, that was lackluster and uninformative. Can't tell. Okay. Have I ever crashed and how often? That is a good question, man. Good question. Yes, I've crashed. I haven't crashed into anything. Like I haven't run into a building or a tree. I've mainly hit earth. I did a video that is wildly hated. You can look back, I think it was back in March. You can look back on my channel, and I tried to land this on a moving truck. Didn't go well. That one, I think I crashed like 3 times that day. It's really about it as far as hard crashes. But I mean, as far as just putting stress on the drone, I've done quite a bit of that. Still flies great. But yeah, so that could be potentially the problem. I've tried recalibrating. That doesn't seem to do anything. So I'm not really sure what else it could be other than just there's an issue with the gyro. Excuse me. There's an issue with the gyro to where it just doesn't hold center anymore. Like it just allows it to wander off. Martin, what are you referencing? 28C, 28F. Are you talking? Is that a battery thing? Have you tried the Film Poets channel? Neat video profile setting for noise, etc. I was curious if it was worth the render time. I haven't tried that. I don't even know what that is. I'm always curious, though. Let's see if I can write that down. Whoa. Says this is how my video ideas go. It's a little bit of pencil and some Sharpie. Let's see. Film Poets. I'm gonna write that down. Thanks, Scott. Yeah, that was a heartbreaking video to do. I mean, it wasn't like what I set out to do. I wanted to make it, you know, good and actually land it. But when it didn't happen, I had a hard time failing and not finishing it. But after, I think, the third crash, I couldn't do it anymore. The Mavic Pro Italian job? What? Oh, 28, oh yeah, sorry, yeah, 28 degrees Fahrenheit, I'm sorry. Yeah, 28 degrees Fahrenheit, so what's that, like -1 Celsius? Cold enough that I don't want to be doing, I'm not trying to give too much away on the video here, I don't want to be doing 70 miles an hour on a convertible with the top down, sitting on the back of the car. Is that giving too much away? 28 degrees in the, or 28 degrees and 70 mile an hour wind is dang cold. Scott, I like your candor. Video is about two brothers. One of them is been a veteran of the family business, which is a crime family, and he's bringing his younger brother in on his first job on the family business, and they're knocking over, they're robbing a jewelry place, and events follow. Hamza Omar, I will get a clone of it. Mavic Pro. You're getting a Mavic Pro clone, so a drone that's a lot like the Mavic Pro. What if you are? What's the name of it? Adrian, I tell you what. One of the things that I recommend is this. This is an aftermarket gimbal cover. And what it does is, if you see those two little tabs, let me put this down. See these two little tabs right here, it actually is really good, because what it does, it eliminates you having to add two separate pieces. It locks the gimbal in place and covers the gimbal all at once in like one little neat package. That's really the biggest thing that I use. I don't know, there's a lot of fancy stuff out there. I don't really get into those. I have 3 batteries, I have my controller, and I use my iPad to fly. That's really about as fancy as I get. There's not much else that I really want to do insofar as getting a whole bunch of extra stuff to fly, particularly on the Mavic. The Mavic's made to be so simple and easy to go. I don't like adding a whole bunch of bulk and things that add a bunch of process to take up more time, if that makes any sense at all. Wow, hey, Scott Jones, thanks so much, man. I really appreciate it. And I'm going to keep you guys posted on the film as this goes. We're hopefully going to be shooting in March. We thought about shooting in February because Texas is usually 50 degrees in February, but as of late, that doesn't seem to be the case. So we're going to push it back hopefully a little bit further. Hopefully we'll have a little bit more time to rehearse, get our actors in line, and go from there. But thank you so much, man. It's really awesome. I really appreciate it. When they drive the maze in the back of the coach in the original, that is one of my favorite movies. The original Italian Job was so good. Michael Caine is awesome. So I mean, you have the low noise propellers. I haven't actually gotten my hands on any right now. I want to. Well, I'm debating about getting a Mavic 4 Pro, so that's kind of where my money's going. Yes, Scott, I will be posting the video on YouTube. That's probably where I'll release it. Is here. I will be doing film festivals with it because I try to do that with all of them. But yes, I will be posting it on here for sure. Did I finish my thought with you, Simon? I'm sorry. This is really how my brain works. I haven't had a chance to get the low noise propellers because I'm debating saving my money and getting a Mavic 4 Pro because I really love the bit rate and the image quality and the sensor size compared to the Mavic. So I haven't experienced those firsthand yet. Chuck thinks I was supposed to be filming another one today, go-kart video. I used to race shifter karts. I grew up in Brazil, if anybody didn't know that. I grew up in Brazil, which is why I have a lot of Brazil shirts, piranhas. Anyway, I raced shifter karts in Brazil, and the guys I used to race with have a super kart, and they live in Kansas City now. Anyway, we were trying to get on an abandoned runway. We got this close. I was going to be using my go-kart and this super kart. We were going to be ripping around, doing some side-by-side comparisons, try to do some top speed runs. The thing right now tops out at like 168, so that was going to be a whole new video that I was going to release on like Wednesday of next week. And at the last minute, he withdrew his permission for us to use his private runway. So anyway, that killed my momentum on getting another go-kart video up. I still have a dream that video will happen. This guy has had a few people take advantage of him and kind of mess up the property where his private runway is. Anyway. Yeah, Scott, my apologies, everyone. I'm not good at, for one, I'm dyslexic. I'm not good at reading in general. Secondly, I'm not very good at completing a tangible thought. So it's tough on several levels. Yep. I think the person who invented and decided how to spell dyslexia was just being mocking. Chuck, where are you from? I rarely get to do this kind of feedback, so it's kind of fun to actually talk on a real, getting answers quickly to questions is really cool. Wisconsin, have not been there yet. I'd love to. Nebraska, I think, is about as far... No, that's not true. I was going to say Nebraska is as far north as I've gone. I have been to Chicago, and I've been to Detroit. Nebraska was probably the coldest I've ever been. Scott, where are you from? This is cute. Yeah. Oh, hey, so do you know Day in the Life Dad? He's from Ireland. That did not, by the way, it didn't mean it to sound insulting. I know not everyone in Ireland knows everyone. So how do you decide where to photograph or go and fly your drone around next? Ryan, I would love to tell you that I have this grand plan. I do not. Usually, what ends up happening is I will stop a road trip and go film just because I thought something looked cool. There's guys there's a guy on YouTube. His name's Nathan Porter, and he does his videos are mainly Yeah, road trips. There you go. And add some extra time in there, a cushion on your schedule so that you can pull over and fly for half an hour. There's a guy on YouTube, his name is Nathan Porter, and his channel videos are mainly not like this. He's not talking to camera. It's mainly him flying. It's just scenery. He's got really cool stuff. He would be a better guy to talk to as far as he lives in Colorado, I think. So he's got a little bit better, a little bit more beautiful landscape to kind of go out to and engage with on a daily basis. Me here in Texas, I live in East Texas. No, it's not the guy who chases cruise ships. I'm not sure who that guy is. That guy, pretty sure that guy's breaking the law. Pure speculation, but that can't be legal. I mean, he flies out like chasing the cruise ships for like 2 miles. That can't be legal, can it? They are kind of cool though. They are. I'm not gonna lie, those are cool. But yeah, so let me back up again. I need to finish more thoughts here. So yes, that guy, he does just kind of scenery videos. I have very little beautiful scenery here. All we have here is flat and pine trees. Most of my videos are more of hey, here's what's going on in my life with the drone. Also, here's a test. I don't know. My stuff's not. I don't feel like my stuff's that pretty. I feel like my stuff's more. I don't know. Practical is not the right word because nothing I do is practical. Right? So this is all the stuff I'd be editing out. Okay. Few questions have jumped up here. Chuck, Ed Ricker texted me earlier today and told me about it. He has a few broken bones, and he's conscious talking, and he's expected to be 100% fine, but he's going to be out of commission for a few weeks. That was what I was told. When will I do another video with Ed Ricker? That is a great question. I talked to him earlier today. I am about to write a check to my wife's college so she can finish up school, and that has eaten up my travel budget because Ed lives on the East Coast. He just moved. He's in a different state now. I can't remember. So yeah, I really need to do something with him again. Get some of that Ed Ricker polish over here on my channel. Mr. Lon, hello. Martin, hi again. Hi. How are you? I am good. Experimental, yes, exactly. Experimental, that is a very good word. It's much, much more descriptive of what I've done so far. Austria, hey, welcome. What time is it in Europe? It's got to be 1 o'clock in the morning. I don't even know what time it is here. It's 4 o'clock here. Okay, do you script videos or off the cuff? I wish I was smart enough to script my videos. I typically have, oh, it's 10 p.m., that's not bad. I really do wish I could script better. I started this video kind of discussing a script that I'm writing. That took a month to come up with a 6-minute script. Before that, my previous short film took me almost a year to come up with a movie about a guy who gets stuck in the trunk of his own car. That's also on my channel. It's way back, like 2 or 3 years ago. So yeah, scripting is not my forte, and typically what will happen with the videos that I've got is I know kind of what I want to happen, but how it gets there and sort of how everything that happens, like with me starting the video to getting doing what I wanted to do, it is kind of off the cuff. I personally feel like it's very obvious. It's about as obvious as I'm being on this video right now. It's to me that it's very. Sorry, I have no idea how much battery I have left on this device. I feel like it's very obvious. So I do want to be more more prepared and a little bit more targeted to what I need to do, or not need to do, like kind of like where I want the channel to go. Because again, that still feels very vague and very open to me right now. I want it to be, I really want to be able to say like, here's the content that I think would be great and people would like, and I would like to make, because that's also two very different things sometimes. So things that people would like to see and things that I would like to do. Because if I can't be passionate about it, it's gonna, I think it's gonna be apparent, and it's just gonna be kind of lackluster. And I've actually deleted a few videos because I was like, this is just not good. It's not good, and I feel like it doesn't do the channel justice when people kind of when and if people scroll through and look at some of the older stuff that I've done, and things tend to. Thanks for the update, Mr. Vaughn. It just doesn't hold mustard compared to the other. Man, I am rambling, and I am sorry. Okay, Central Virginia Tactical. Okay, so sorry, let me go back up here. Oh, he has a broken back? I heard ribs. I need to call Ed after this. Austria is cool. I bet Austria is cool. Let's see. Ed lives in North Carolina. You guys should take a road trip this summer and film it. That would be awesome. Ed told me he was going to jump in on this video, but where is he? Where is he? Actually, he told me he was out flying, so I'm sure it's going to be something epic. Ed Ricker epicness. Okay, off topic. Ever consider or try to add a cell phone zoom lens to your Mavic Pro or other type of zoom lenses? I haven't, and the main reason is I don't know if you've ever. So I fly with these ND filters. It's these little bitty. Let's see if I can get it off there. It's this little bitty this little bitty thing, and it's really hard. This gimbal is so flimsy and weak. That's why I haven't tried playing around with other lenses. Mainly because I'm not sure the gimbal could take it. Let's see, what's your favorite drone? Right now, my favorite drone for convenience is the Mavic. My favorite drone that I have personal experience with in flying and image quality and capability is the Mavic 4 Pro. Have to go. Have a very happy new year. Thank you for all the great videos. I learned a lot. Chuck, thank you. Happy New Year to you. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. And see you soon. I follow the rule of 1 for and 2 for me. I make content I want to make. That's a good rule, actually. 2 for me. I make content I want to make, but I would also make the content that people want to make. Yeah, no, that's true. You know, like, I'm very passionate about filmmaking. I'm very passionate about cars, and so my biggest passions in life: filmmaking, my wife Sarah, cars, and then I would say drones is actually 4th on that list. I don't have a lot of money for racing because it's expensive. Cars are also very expensive. So drones I can do because that's you know much more in my budget, which is why there's a lot more drone content on this channel. Any advice if someone wants to start a YouTube channel? I would say, just like what Scott's saying right there, do something you want to do. I feel that feels very arrogant. Not arrogant, it just feels very pretentious of me to say because I have, 8,000 subscribers. But I would say do what you want to do. Bigger YouTubers just say things like, make the content you want to make and your subscribers will find you. She's on the top of my list, Martin. Let me clarify that. She's on the top of my list. She's probably watching this video at work, but she's on the top of my list. But she gets the first priority of all my time. Okay, I mean, she gets the bigger thumb here. She gets the number 1 priority of all my time. Then comes racing, cars, filmmaking, drones. Right? Yeah, that was deep, right? Okay, let me back up. Sorry. Central Virginia Tech. Do the videos you want to do. I would say something that I started doing. Yeah, I am digging my way out. Thank you. Something that I started trying to emulate. Most of you guys have probably heard of Devin Supertramp. There's a formula I saw on his videos that made me very conscientious of what I was filming. On all of his videos, it's action, 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 someone smiling. You know, epic shot, scenery, action, cool stunt, someone smiling. Someone is smiling about every 3 or 4 shots in his videos. And subconsciously, I just started smiling. I just started liking, and all of his videos operate that way. And I thought, that's brilliant. So I try to, for one, I try not to film if I'm bummed out. I try to be happy. But with friends and people that I've got in there, I try to kind of get them laughing, smiling, because subconsciously I think that does something for people. I have no science on this, but I feel like it should. So that's where I'm at as far as, you know, YouTube. I'm no authority at all. Okay, any investors? I really like the structure of the racers. Thanks. Simon, that was a happy accident because my main camera, this one, I left it in the back seat of my car and it never made it to the race. So I didn't have any good sound and I didn't have a good camera. So when I got home, I had to narrate the gaps from not having my main camera with me. So I think I want to do more of that format because it actually allowed me to tell the story a lot more true to how I wanted to tell it. So I think I'm going to do kind of explore that a little bit more. One of my friends is a YouTuber. His channel is called Potato Jet. He is brilliant at this, and that's why he's getting 500 subscribers a day. Let's see. Oh man, I really got behind on the comments here. Same day. Video idea. Okay, let me see. This is a full USA road trip with a random drone flight stopping at various YouTube places. That would be cool. Ryan Duckin had the idea of doing a full USA road trip with a random drone flight stopping at various YouTuber places. One of my dreams is to do Route 66 in a classic American car, preferably a convertible. You know, so getting landscape shots along the way, which would be a little bit tough because that's a lot of national parks along that route. But like, you know, filming, documenting the whole thing, I think that would be just, oh, that'd just be awesome. Let's see. Well, thanks, Central Virginia Tactical. I really appreciate that. Need a good video camera. I'm not sure what I want. Maybe DSLR or maybe bigger. 2,000 mics on it. What would you recommend? Well, a couple things. You're in Ireland, right? So you all use pounds, which means I can't remember what the conversion rate is right now. I want to say it's almost 3 to 1. Is it like $2.7 to 1? So is that $2,000 or pounds? 2 to 1. 2 to 1 is about a fair way to go. So is that 2,000 pounds? Or are you talking about so $1,000 or 2,000 US dollars? Sorry, I'm so American centric here. 2,000 US dollars. This camera is amazing. Its downside, so this is the Sony a7S Mark II. The downside is this is about a $2,000 body, and that comes with no lenses. And you know, this is the Sony E-mount lenses, and their lenses are insanely expensive. So I don't know that I would necessarily recommend this for that budget. I would recommend probably like a Canon 70D, somewhere along there. Canon's got some great cameras that you can get for less than $2,000 that have great color. They've got great autofocus, wide-angle lenses that are included, and more importantly, which is something I wish this camera had, was a what's this called? LCD screen that faced the front, so it flips around. This camera does not, and I kid you not, there have been many a shot that I have to I can use, but I can't utilize the way I wanted, because all my videos, by the way, if anybody was curious, I have no idea. I zoom the lens out as wide as I can and really just hope I'm in front of it. That's about as good as I can do because it has no forward-facing LCD screen, and that is a really nice thing to have if you can get a forward-facing LCD screen. My 2 cents. Bye, Mr. Lime. Thanks for stopping by. I really appreciate it. How much would that cost? This, sorry, I'm reading comments and trying to think, and that never goes well. The body on this, I want to say, is like $1,900 for this. The Canon, though, is that what you're talking about? The Canon, I want to say, is $1,300. I'm pretty sure I can Amazon that real quick. Canon 70. Oh, it's like $800. Then you can get some accessories. I would get you a Rode microphone. Oh, that's a great way to start. To get that and get a tripod. Okay. Let's see. Chris, missed the beginning of the live stream. What camera are you using now for live? I'm using my iPad. I tried this. You're lucky you missed the beginning because it was rough going. I tried this on that computer and it crashed and failed. I paid money for an encoder that doesn't work. Tried it on the laptop, didn't work. Tried it on the phone, didn't work. And by work, I mean it crashed. It would start for 2 seconds and crash and fail. So I got the iPad going, and so far so good. Okay. Missed the beginning. What's the hardest part of YouTube for you? Filming, being in front of the camera, etc. Oh man, the hardest part of YouTube for me, I don't know if it. I'm not. So my wife tells me I'm over dramatic. So I don't want to be over dramatic here. I feel like for me it's kind of all of a challenge because I feel like I still haven't figured it out. So I feel like I'm really flying blind as far as finding a formula that works, finding out what is the most entertaining form to present the content, and so that feels like I'm very I don't know. It all feels hard because it feels like I'm trying to figure it out as I go. Being in front of the camera, there's some days where I feel like, oh yeah, that just felt natural. I was, the words came to mind real easy. And then there's other days where it's like I've got 15, takes of me trying to say, hey guys, what's going on? And I was like, that doesn't seem genuine, So then when it comes to like how do I tag these videos? Do I this video doesn't necessarily pertain to drones, but something like 80% of my subscribers are looking for drone content. So do I put a drone thumbnail on there and say, Mavic Pro at the racetrack because I feel like that'll get more views, or do I do something more true to the content, not be misleading in the title? I don't know. Oh, you're one of those PC guys. It's a Mac. You're one of those guys, I see. Yeah, I know. Actually, I probably need to plug that thing in. Pretty sure it is. And if I lose everyone on this, I'll try it again someday. Okay, that's there. Okay. All right. So, hardest part of YouTube is finding time to do videos all the time. That's the truth. I had somebody ask me about what I thought about daily vlogging, for me personally, and I could not give up that much time on my life. In a good way. I mean, like I said, my wife really is, she's number one. My job is also really important, which is not YouTube. I got crap to do, people. Let's see. Yes, I am one of those Mac guys. I had, my first Mac was like, I don't know, 10 years ago, and I had massive issues trying to get it. I just didn't know what I was doing. They worked with me day in and day out until I got it all set up. So for that, they will have my business until I die. How times do you watch your videos before posting to YouTube? That's a lot. I do. I really do. I watch my videos probably uh, 15 times before I post it, and asking myself, like, is this good? Is this at all? Is it consistent quality? Is it entertaining to watch, or is it worth posting at all? I've been doing YouTube videos for a year, just like a few weeks over a year. There's been 3 videos that I have not posted because I just didn't think they were good. There's like it was a go-kart video. There's one that I did a while back, and it wasn't entertaining. So it was very I don't know. It's like I wanted to do that content, but when I had the final product, I thought this is not worth posting. And so, you know, I didn't want to post just to post, even though that's supposed to be good for the algorithm of you being discovered and people engaging with your channel. And so that's happened 3 times, which I guess is pretty good. I really don't know. So yeah, like I was desperate. Sorry, I was being over dramatic again. I was really trying to get a video out this week, but then my wife got sick. I was in Cincinnati, and I was road tripping from Cincinnati here to Texas in a 14-hour trip. So it just wasn't going to happen. And then I tried to do this video, and if those of you who were here at the beginning, it's very problematic. Martinez, yes, I will take excuses all day. But for people who say there's no such thing as a good excuse, baloney. There are good excuses. By the way, what kind of work do you do? I have a production company, advertising agency that we stick mainly to East Texas, Louisiana, and Arkansas. We do stuff for some local businesses, some high-end furniture stores, Dairy Queen of Texas. I have that entire account. I do a lot of stuff for the Texas Rangers baseball team. We do a lot of marketing, media, and video production for their in-stadium broadcasting. I do stuff for Cavender's, which is sort of a Western wear store, BMW, a few things like that. And then I do my short films as just kind of as a passion project hobby on the side. When you watch, do you take time to notes on spots you want to edit or correct? Oh yeah. So when I say my videos that I watch before posting, I actually watch them within the editor. So I'm watching them, editing. I'll step away from it for a little bit, and I'll come back and watch it again. And you know, usually I can cut out some redundancy in my talk and my speech and things like that, and just kind of you know, to keep the speed and the momentum up in the video. So yeah, that's the safety of watching several times over is priceless. I stay organized in a very pathetic way. I just mental notes. Like when I'm filming, I'll go, okay, that was interesting. Try to remember that after you shot the video of that thing over there, something cool happened over there. It's a terrible way to do it. But yes, that's what I do. Do you ever get weird looks when filming in public or in channel? All the time. And you just have to own it. Like, really, that sounds so stupid, but yes. I mean, kids will holler at you. I've had people take pictures of me while I was being all vain and filming myself. So yeah, it's weird. It's just weird. Which, to be honest, if you watch my videos, I don't like go out in like high populated areas very often with my video camera. I don't know. I don't like live in a big highly populated area anyway. But yes, it is there. Who do you watch on YouTube? Okay, so I like I just discovered recently iDubbbz. That dude is hilarious. Now, if language bothers you, some of the subject matter, it's a little crass, but man, that dude's clever. Oh my gosh, he's clever.
I like Smarter Every Day just because I like sciencey stuff. I think that I don't know, I'm a real geek. Like I'll follow like Wikipedia and I'll just I'll be watching a movie and I'll hear somebody say something interesting and I'll start researching like, oh, who did that? Who did Henry VIII behead? And then then you find a Wikipedia and you start going down the wormhole. So I like those sciencey stuff. I like the slow mo guys. I don't know, that's the kind of stuff I like. I just think it's interesting. There's this guy called Engineering Explained. I think he's just so smart. So anyway, do you think the Mavic Pro is a good quadcopter drone to get research on? Yes, for flyability. No, for price point. So Mavic Pro for a 13-year-old. And the reason that I think it's good for a beginner is that it is incredibly flyable. It's very intuitive. It is really easy to learn and be in control. I made a mistake and got my nephew, I gave him one of the drones somebody gave me to review on the channel, which was terrible idea because it didn't fly well. That was one of the videos I didn't post because it wasn't good. Things crash all the time, and that was about a $50 drone. It didn't have any of the assists, any of the anti-collision things in there, so it was a very bad idea. So yes, the Mavic Pro is fantastic in that, yes, it is going to be very easy and safe and fun to fly. Whether or not $1,000 is good for you to spend on 13-year-old, that's between you and your wallet, I guess. Okay. I need regarding your real full-time job. Is your line of work lucrative? Is it lucrative? I manage to earn a living, but my wife needs to work so that we keep this roof over our heads, if that answers anything. But okay, so just not to get TMI. So me and my partner have this business. He has several other companies that this production company is under the umbrella. And so I get a 50% commission of our profits. But like, for example, right now, we've got $400,000 of unpaid accounts received that, that's some commission for me that I was really hoping would come through. Now, $400,000 includes money we've already spent for television, ad times, billboards, radio, etc. So, that's not like I'm getting 50% of $400,000. iDubbbz is good, yes. Content Cop is amazing. Who's the most famous YouTuber you have met? Ed Ricker, I think. Well, no, okay. There's this kid that has a channel called Chaos Nonsuch? No, that's not it. I'm not going to be able to remember it now. He's got 1 million or more subscribers. I met him. He makes... Don't do what he does. He makes guns from... I probably just got this whole video demonetized. He makes firearms with plumbing equipment. It's incredibly stupid. And then I met a guy, I think his channel's called Demolition Ranch. Sorry, that took forever to think of. He's got 1 or 2 million subscribers. I met him in Las Vegas a year or so ago. But I mean, by met, like, hi, how's it going? And we didn't hang out or anything. I need to find a better segue when I'm thinking, huh? Let's see. My series on why does this exist? I need to revisit it. What happened was I couldn't find stuff that I thought was so obscure. Like I'm still looking. The video I did with Potato Jet a few months ago, where we were doing the smile thing, if you happen to see that really should have been labeled a why does this exist? But like finding those things that are truly weird and like ludicrous, I'm having trouble finding those things. So yeah, what I should do is open up like a PO box so people can send me like random crap to review. I think it would be hilarious. I don't know if it might send anything, but I think it'd be hilarious. Scott, you're leaving. Bye. Sorry, I just saw the bye comment. I didn't see Scott say goodbye. Going to pop off now. Good stream. Thanks for joining us. Do you include free creative with ad buys? So, if so, what percentage commission do you take? Yeah, we do include free creative sometimes. It depends on how big the ad buy is. We'll do so because where I live specifically in this city, the market is small compared to say, Dallas, Los Angeles, New York. The volume of traffic that we purchase is really high, and so we get thrown to us a lot of free ad time, so we can throw that as a bonus to the client and then act like we're doing this creative. That just sounds so bad. We're doing this creative sort of included, but throwing in that free time as part of the package, if that makes any sense at all. So yeah, I don't have the percentages in front of me. Steve, my partner, he actually probably has all that information. Steve's more of the business side. He's the one that gets the business, and he's the one that kind of gets the new clients in. He owns so many businesses. I'm mainly the guy that when the client says, okay, we want to run ads, I'm the one that tries to collaborate the campaign for billboards, print, newspaper, radio, TV, and now we're doing a lot of YouTube ads. So if you're in Texas, you've probably seen some of our ads. What's up, Morgan? Morgan Wade, everybody, is someone who needs to start posting YouTube videos regularly. He's got a much more interesting life than I have. Anywho, I've completely lost my train of thought. Morgan, thank you. Yes, okay, so anyone knows Doug DeMuro? I do not know. I love pure. Oh, cool. I need to look that up. Let's see. Who am I missing here? Oh, thanks, Morgan. Thanks for watching from the toilet. Appreciate that. Let's see. I have to deal with the same things. Let's see. Has anyone recognized you in public from YouTube? Yeah. In my city, which of, my small footprint on the YouTube world, I've been recognized 3 times. 2 times in Tyler, Texas, which is where I live, which is a city of about 100,000. And I got recognized in Houston, which was very weird. And it wasn't like, someone freaked out and ran over and gave me a hug. It was just someone going, oh, hey, I saw your video. I don't know, it was weird. Your go-kart videos are my favorite, but have you ever passed a cop? Yes, I did pass a cop while I was doing one of those. Some of you are watching may not know. I did a series of videos where I took a go-kart with a little lawnmower engine. I was trying to get it to go 70 miles an hour, and I failed at it so many times that I didn't post all of the attempts. Otherwise, it would have been like a 15-part series, and I don't think anybody would have wanted to stick around for that. But anyway, yes, on one of those many failed attempts, I passed a cop, and I was actually tailgating a car, so I don't think the cop saw me, but it scared the crap out of me. People ask me if I'm the guy from Chris's YouTube channel. I'm sure they do. I'm sure they do. People seem to think that I am Morgan's PR agent. Morgan Wade, the guy who keeps commenting here, is a BMX gold medalist at the X Games. He's actually got a pretty interesting Instagram, if anybody wants to go look up Texas M. Wade. But yes, he needs to start doing some YouTube videos. Gaston, okay, I'm going to try to say your last name. La Pereña. I massacred that. I miss your extreme drone videos. Got one coming out this week. Promise you. I've got an extreme drone video coming out this week. It's extreme in see, I'm reading and now I'm losing my train of thought. Anyway, yes, I got a video coming out this week, and yes, hopefully it'll be more in the extreme level. Gaston, by the way, I love Argentina. I've been there and it's beautiful. My wife, actually, she laughs at a lot of it insofar as like, oh, you're gonna get the camera out right now. The YouTube revenue that I get is about $250 a month. It's kind of been flatline there for a while. She likes that, and she really doesn't have a problem with it. But it's her, and I'm trying to say this in a positive way. Her, she is why I don't do more regular content, insofar as I don't put anything over the time that I have with her. That's kind of my number one priority. So it's my first priority. So when she's off work, so she's a nurse, so she'll work, like today she's working, which is why I'm doing this. And so when she's home, I'm not going to be taking away time from her to do YouTube videos, if I can help it. Every once in a while I've done that. Which one thing you have YouTube? I do not have a Patreon account, mainly because that felt, I don't know if premature is the word. It didn't, I don't know, it didn't feel like something that I felt comfortable asking people to go, hey, go pay me some money over there. I don't know. Those that do it, fine. For me, I felt uncomfortable doing it. Maybe I should. I really haven't given it that much thought. I have been married. It'll be 5 years in January. 5? Yeah, 5. Yeah, poor Mavic once again. Yeah, I hope it works. But again, failure is always an option on my channel, so I'm not going to rule that out. I feel like the videos are better when things work, but then again, that was my original thought. That hasn't always proven to be true. Some of my videos that have a couple 100,000 views have gone terribly wrong, so, don't want to rule those out. Central Virginia Tactical, I really want to get my hands on like a CR125 dirt bike engine and take that same cart and throw that on there and like try to break 100 miles an hour. That would just, that would be awesome. I can't find one anywhere. It just, nobody, like if you find one, it's either too much or it's either too far away or people buy them up so fast that my pockets aren't deep enough. I can't, I just can't do that. I would still go with the Mavic. I just don't, the image quality, in my opinion, on the Spark is just not there. Even when you do like the panoramic shots with the Spark, they're cool, but they're still only about like 2 megabits or something. It's not that great, and so it's definitely not professional. And it's also just not very stable. So I still go with the Mavic over the Spark any day. Even with the time you're eating up by, folding this thing out and whatnot. Just my 2 cents. Oh man, since Gaston's asking about the Mavic having a hard life, but mine's had a pretty hard life. I don't know what I haven't heard anybody say like what the life expectancy is of a drone. I feel like mine's done pretty darn good. Martin, I will do that. Thank you. I appreciate that. We have 3 places that we have 3 microbreweries in my city, which is awesome. No, 2 and a draft house. All good. So thank you. Gaston, do you have a Mavic? Am I saying your name right? Wow, you can't tell me how to pronounce it through text. La Perinha. Huh? You own a Mavic, a Phantom 1, and if you have a Phantom 1 still, that is awesome. I had a Phantom 1, and it flew away, and it's somewhere downtown Austin, Texas, and I've never seen it again. Doesn't matter what kind of drone country says. Well, thank you, Martinez. I really appreciate that. I really do. I don't know, like really, even starting when I did start YouTube videos a year ago, I really didn't have anything planned out as far as, you know, this is what I want to be a big YouTuber. I just thought I'd start doing some videos for the heck of it. So, thanks. I still don't know where I'm going with this. I really don't. But keep going until it's not fun anymore, I guess. What kind of drone do I want DJI to come out with next? I would like, I would really like a drone like the DJI Phantom 4 Pro that has the ability to interchange the cameras, like the Inspire, to where, you know, as camera technology changes, you can, instead of buying, you know, a $2,000 setup, you can buy a $600 camera, take that off, go to eBay, bring in a new camera, and, you know, you're good to go. That would be something I would really like to see. Pretty sure DJI doesn't watch these videos. I've emailed them about issues I'm having with the drone, and they don't even respond to that, so I'm pretty sure they're not watching these videos. Uh-oh. Sorry, my laptop's about to die. Oh. By the way, this is not a YouTube award. I painted this with firecrackers. Oh, I know, the Mavic 4, Mavic 5, good grief. It's probably gonna run off a nuclear power, never have to be charged, and then have a 50-mile range or something ridiculous. See, there I go being dramatic again. Really, I'm going to be honest, I haven't heard of that drone, but I'm going to look it up right now. Autel X Star Premium. Oh, I have seen that. Now that I'm looking at the picture, I have seen that. I've never flown one. It looks good though. I think I've seen a review video of that. It's very similar to like the Phantom 3, I think, right? I had no idea the cameras were interchangeable though. Speaking of upcoming videos, Morgan, are you still watching? Morgan and I are going to be doing the Packy One Chip Challenge, just because we can. I've learned that after I crested 30, my ability to tolerate hot spice, things like that, I can do it for a minute, but then somewhere around the next day, the payback has gotten more severe the older that I've gotten. I don't understand. Sorry, that was chasing a little rabbit there. Bye, Martin. Thanks again. I really appreciate it. Happy New Year. Wow. Okay, it is almost 5 o'clock my time, which means I need to clean the house because that's what husbands do. That's what we do. I'm a modern man in a modern world. Gonna do a little bit of housework. Have the house nice and pretty. Light some candles so it smells good when Sarah comes home. Also, it's a great company, but they're also sort of put out new products. I have to try one. I've actually seen a few review videos up, like, you know, videos that may interest you, and I have yet to click on one. I need to, just so I'm more knowledgeable. I'll check that out. I appreciate it, guys. So do Jers Hearn love kind of. I'm just trying and testing. I'm going to see if you can try anything on the roof or somewhere. Maybe 3 stories high. Yes. It would have to be somewhere that I can get to should I not be able to get the drone to take off again. But yes, yeah, it's a good idea. Thanks. Jared, sorry you jumped in as I'm about to jump off. Guys, thanks for hanging out. It was awesome. I really have no idea how to end this. Technically end or audibly. That's weird. Wow, a whole bunch of people jumping on here at the end. Very interesting. Yeah. Okay, so I will work on that. I will work on that with you. Give me a couple of weeks. Weather's really bad, and I've got a few videos I'm going to try to get out before that. But I've only got to. Usually, I operate about like 2 video ideas ahead. I try to like keep thinking not just on the one I want to shoot, you know, for the next video. I want to try to get some in the can. Rarely happens, but I try. And so I'm going to put that one on the list and try to knock that out before the end of January. Cool? Look on door, huh? Did I misread that? Did I? All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Happy New Year. For you drone pilots, safe flying. If you're a car guy, safe driving. Wow, that was lame. Okay. All right, guys. Have a great year. Have a great New Year's. I'll talk to you soon.